While Ash was living her life across the hall, a whole lot was going on over in Pax and Zane's apartment, and I have so much to catch you up on. So one day we get a notification letting us know that Pax had married. He called his sister up, said, "Hey, just letting you know I got married." It was a bit of a surprise to get here and find out that Zane did as well. And that's not the end of things. So, to introduce you, first of all, Pax, he now has a job in customer support. I decided maybe he should get a real job because the whole entrepreneur thing wasn't working out, and there's more coming. He is married to Alex, who is over here washing her hands. They both have obsessions with sinks, I guess. She also wears gloves a lot. I've changed her outfits and she keeps putting gloves back on. So she can have her gloves. It's her thing. I'm not going to fight her on it. Now, here's the interesting part. They had twins. That was also an unexpected twist in this whole little thing. So I would like to introduce Susanna and Sullivan. They're twins, named by the game, not me, but I'm actually not hating these names. They're actually pretty good. And then, as I mentioned, Zane also married. So there is Zane looking about ready to do something mean to that. He is married to Lindsay. So yeah, Lindsay is working here as a like basic salary person, very business oriented. Some of their traits, just to throw everybody off here. All right, so as we know, Zane is jealous, mean, squeamish, doesn't want children, which works out pretty well for him because he's not the one who had them. Business savvy, dastardly, all the wonderful traits going on there. So his wife is generous, good, an overachiever, and wants to have children. They're basically a match made in hell. So, not sure how long this is going to last and work out, but it is what it is. As for Pax, we know that he is lazy, lactose intolerant, frugal. Just has a kind of weird. I mean, he graduated with honors. That one still surprises me, but especially since I actively had him not doing homework. But yeah, he's kind of an interesting mix of things and doesn't seem like the type to accomplish much with his life despite his big dreams. Meanwhile, he's married to a lazy, materialistic glutton who doesn't want kids and just had twins. So, again, generally with these twins, the messes just kind of keep piling on top of each other. So they're driving us absolutely crazy. And by us, I mean Ashlyn and myself. They're making so much noise over here that I actually look forward to the day that they move out. And I actually might need to make that happen at some point. I imagine two married couples living together, especially if one of them has twins. Things are getting a little hectic here, and maybe a house might be more appropriate for at least some of them. Although the ones who probably most need the house will probably be the ones least likely to be able to afford it. Well, there have been big changes over at Ashlyn's house as well, so let's go ahead and take a look. All right, first things first is just the few cosmetic changes around the apartment, raising the wall and just trying to make things look a little bit more like a separated kitchen, upgrading it a little bit. We have brought in some things for pets, which we will address in a moment. I think the chair is new since then, and I moved that over there. I installed the mod again by Lot 51 that gives us like the plumbing and heating and cooling systems. So I needed to create some place to put that. So I have created a utility room here where we've put those supplies in. And being an older apartment, I thought it'd be more appropriate that we had the radiators like that. The bathroom rearranged a bit to make room for a washer and dryer, and the litter box kind of moved over there. And we've brought in a games table. Her siblings are over all the time, as well at the time as a boyfriend, and so it just felt right to get a game table so that they could all sit around and have some fun together. But I've also been adding curtains and little touches to just make it feel a little cozier and homier and more inviting. I did have to remove the desk that I had because of this new arrangement, but we just put the laptop up on the counter and everything's, going pretty smoothly there. Now, the big change, the one I'm most excited about, is her decision to adopt two new little critters. We have Sterling Farley, our Great Dane puppy, and we have Scraps Farley, our little raccoon kit. They should both be very close to aging up, so we get to see them in their full size soon. But I don't know. I had so much fun creating them both, and looking forward to seeing them full size. And it's really fun to have some pets in the house again. It's to me, that's what makes a home feel complete. We are still doing really poorly money-wise. Some of the changes cost us quite a bit of money, so I have not yet completed this level of the bodybuilder. Still working on it, but we do have some rewards that we can maybe take a look at. As far as bodybuilder, she's still also on the first level of this, so yeah. Looking at her job, she is now dance team captain, level 4 of the athlete career. It's not showing we have any charisma or fitness skill, which we all know is completely wrong, but I'm sure once we get the game loaded a little more, it'll kind of work on that a bit more. But one thing I wanted to also point out is that I have installed a mod that actually makes changes to the athletic career. All right, we're taking a look at the athletic career overhaul by A Deep Indigo. Basically, the idea is to make the athletic career more realistic and a little more difficult. One of my things that I've mentioned a few times is how simple it is to complete this level or this round of the Not So Berry Challenge. So I wanted to go ahead and add a little more difficulty to it and make it a little more interesting. One of the things here is that we need to, during the bodybuilder branch, compete and win in order to advance. If we were to go into the pro athlete division, there's more to do there. We have to work on actual competitions. We have media interviews, training seminars, all sorts of things that feel a little bit more like a true athletic career. So my guess is that's where this particular thing is showing up from, is the mod. I don't recall ever seeing that before, but I could be entirely wrong. Sometimes I forget things that have been a part of the game. But it is still relatively early. We have 2 days until we work again. So I think it might be a good idea for us to try this. It's under the work menu. So let's see what that would entail. Okay, it looks like it's only available from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. So of course it's one of the 2 days we can't do it. So we'll check back on that tomorrow. I'm going to work on these skills, kind of get her moving along. And hopefully the next time you see me as I pop back, because either one of the pets is aging up or we're actually getting around to that dance rehearsal. Oh, his arrival made me think of something that I completely forgot. She has broken up with James. I don't know why he's come over, because he's really not welcome here. You see, at a party that she had, a kava party, because she has been hosting a lot of parties and really a lot of gatherings, her aunt started flirting with James, and James flirted back. And she got insanely jealous, and they had a bit of a fight, understandably. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of their relationship. So I'm shocked he has the nerve to show up here again after that whole incident. All right, this one is probably a no-brainer here, but we just got offered the opportunity for a new personality trait. She's been really active lately, go figure, as an athlete, and she loves it, so she would like to embrace the change and become active. I think that completely makes sense for us. We finally accomplished the push the limits for 1 hour while energized. I also want to point something out here. As far as skills, fitness is at level 8 and charisma is at level 6. That said, these are still not marking off. This may be a mod issue, probably is a mod issue, but I think after we complete the dance rehearsals, if necessary, I will cheat these in order for us to progress, because I think that's going to be our best solution. And if we continue to have problems, I will remove the mod. Oh, we just got the notification that Cypress has now aged up to an elder, and the twins across the hall are now infants. I should mention, too, as far as the wives of her brothers go, she gets along pretty well with Alex, but she and Lindsay absolutely hate each other. It seems like any time that Ash does any workouts or anything, Lindsay gets upset about it because of all the noise she's making. And anytime she tries to talk about her, to deal with anything, even a pleasant conversation, it just goes south. So they have reached the point that they just don't like each other at all. Um, Almost kind of expected though because of the personalities, so I'm not surprised by that. Okay, so it appears that the lead dance rehearsal is one of those rabbit hole activities. I shouldn't be surprised. I was kind of hoping that they would. Oh goodness, they flashing. I was hoping that they would come to the apartment and, she could actually interact with people here in person, but at least we have covered one of those. And once again, it's not marking off. So I think what we'll do is send her again if we can. Okay, it's going to work. I'm curious if any skills go up during this or anything like that. Okay, her mom wants to go to GeekCon. That just doesn't suit her, I guess. It doesn't seem like her kind of thing. I'm not seeing any indication of anything that's really like being affected. It does look like she did some amazing compatibility with Kazuhiko, something like that. I'd probably say that this would be the kind of name that you would start referring to him as Kaz, like that just seems natural somehow. But yeah, she must have made a friend through this dance thing. Nobody else is near the top there. She's definitely building a friendship with Sumac, and the other members of her team are there as well, but I would like to find some who are a little more in her age range, just so that they are friends for longer time. We also have met Jordan. Not sure how we met, actually, but she's been there. So that's building the friendship. If you may remember from the rules that we need to build, I think it's 5 strong friendships, and one of them will become a spouse. Okay, she's back from that second one. We're going to go ahead and go and click that because we have finished all of it. She has work in 30 minutes. There's a pretty solid chance we can get another promotion here, and I think that will be great. It's going to help us out financially for sure. We're struggling a bit there, but let's cross our fingers. If she makes enough, we'll be able to get a second piece of workout equipment, ideally, and complete another level in this aspiration as well. She just left for work and her mom is calling to go to the spa. I want to say sounds great, but I don't want her to miss out on this opportunity to get a promotion. But maybe if we do get the promotion this weekend, we can treat mom to the spa. This is one of those instances where I wish they better matched the situation to the career. What kind of deadlines would one have in a career where you're working as a dance team leader? I don't know. I guess you would have some deadlines, but it seems kind of more of a business type thing to come across. But Ashlyn has a major deadline approaching and needs to find a way to knock it out. What should she do? Hide in a closet or ask for help? I think she's definitely more of an ask for help type. And she asks for assistance. They gladly jump in, and we get a performance gain of medium, which is pretty much guaranteeing that promotion. There we go. That's pretty much exactly what I was expecting. We have reached the chance where we get to choose, and the challenge calls for us to take the bodybuilder branch, so that is the way we're going. As a master of muscle, you will partake in a life of fitness, nutrition, and weight training. Train fellow Sims, show off feats of strength to adoring fans, and sculpt your body into the form of a god. It came with a nice little, boost there. We also got a no sweat, no fuss rug, the mentor fitness interaction, and the suggest workout interaction. We're probably going to sell that rug and take that 275 extra we got and see if we can find some more workout equipment. She really doesn't look like she's enjoying this whole promotion thing, because we do need some more gym equipment. I'm thinking possibly a punching bag. That's something compact that would fit into her room. Maybe a training bot, but I don't think those count toward it. I think we'll keep it budget friendly. It's not the greatest, but she doesn't have the biggest budget right now. It looks like this is working again. So we've already marked off the charisma skill and the fitness skill for her next level. And we need to compete in and win a bodybuilding competition twice. So it says games days are Saturdays and Wednesdays during regular work hours. Results of competitions are shown at the end of the workday. Alternatively, you can use the compete in bodybuilding competition option under the work menu on the phone. She's also gained the energetic lifestyle, not at all a surprise. And as you can see here, it says compete in a professional bodybuilding show or compete in bodybuilding competition. So we have kind of two options there. It's the bodybuilding competition that we are looking for. I also wanted to mention that she has started to make progress on this as well. We do need to go jogging for 2 total hours, and I don't think it's going to take a whole lot for us to put 10 hours into exercising. Well, the neighbors are fighting again. Might be a good idea for us to get a head start on that jogging. We were literally sleeping and she came over to tell us to keep the noise down. Our toilet is dripping. That's like the extent of the noise going on. And she has called someone to come and repair it, but like Lindsay just really has it in for us. Okay, so we got a notice that it's competition day. So I think that these competition things are automatic on certain days. So hopefully we win one of those. I sent her into work even though it was Harvest Fest because in my mind, most of our sports teams do tend to work on holidays. It's actually quite common for there to be holiday games. So I figured she would still be working on holidays. And we also got this pop-up. Ashlyn needs to provide tough feedback to a coworker. How should she give the notes? I would say she'd pair it with praise. She's not the type to be too direct, and that does give her a little of a performance gain. It is Harvest Fest though, and I think once she gets back from work, we're going to switch over to her mom's house and maybe host an event through them. All right, competition results. Ashlyn feels great going home a winner. So does that mean, yeah, we actually competed and won one of our bodybuilding competitions. Excellent start to her new level. All right, Roxana is working hard here, putting together a nice Harvest Fest meal for everyone, doing a nice big tofurkey to try to cover everybody who's here. We had quite the guest list this time. We have, the babies are here, haven't quite made it indoors yet, but they are here. And we have Pax and Zane and Ash is around here someplace, probably up in her old room exploring things. Trinity has actually grown up into a teen now, and that's kind of exciting. I haven't given her a makeover yet, but we're already there. Roxy's brother Harry is also here, and her brothers Spencer and her sister Annabella. Everybody, it's quite a crowd, and her old girlfriend Wiki's calling even. It's pretty interesting. She keeps wanting to pick up the kids, and I think it's because she wants to bring them inside, and so she's struggling to get this meal done. But it's so nice to have so many over. I think at some point, if we're going to keep doing this kind of thing, though, I definitely need to invest in some kind of area for them to all sit, because there are so many people here all the time when they have a party. One thing, too, is something that I am ruminating on, you might say, is that this might be the place for Pax and Alex to go. Neither of them is making very much money, and they are trying to raise twins, and they're definitely not feeling very welcome in the apartment these days, and there is a spare room here. It's not necessarily enough for a young couple and their 2 infant. Oh my goodness, it's Roxy's birthday too. I should have known that was coming because, her wife just became an elder. But yeah, it's not necessarily enough room for everyone, but we do have Trinity aging up relatively, well, okay, not that soon. I was thinking she was a little closer than that, but I guess I was way off. But, I think it might be at least a solution temporarily. All right, calling the family together to eat. I don't think there's enough for everybody, but we can at least cover some of them. I can't believe, actually, I thought Boomer would be gone by now, and I'm actually like, he's an adult yet. I honestly would have brought him along had I realized that he had this much time, but I think he's honestly more comfortable here, though. Well, the faces may be a little mixed here, but I'm pretty excited to see Cypress and Roxy with their grandchild. It's kind of an indicator of the next generation to come with Ash. I'm really looking forward to that. We do have a bit to finish with her careers and such, but I kind of want to um, take our time with that a little bit. I know that she does need to have quite a few children, and we should probably get moving on that pretty soon. But I'm really enjoying her single life right now and kind of exploring the idea of her spending time with friends and having parties and kind of having that like 20s, 30s something kind of life for a bit before she settles down. Um, Apartment life, not always my favorite thing, especially with the noisy neighbors, but even there, I'm kind of having fun with that too. And we spent a lot of time doing a very family oriented kind of gameplay around Roxy, so it's nice to kind of explore that single life a bit. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. In between episodes, be sure to check out the blog, assuming I haven't been procrastinating again. And you can catch up on a little more detail on the stories that happen in between episodes. Sometimes I am a little late on those, and I do apologize. I do try to cover the basics when I start an episode, as I did here. Next time, I think we're going to focus on finding another love interest for Ash and also on building her career. In between episodes, I'll also be working on that career building. So we have, not so much to worry about there and can focus more on her personal life outside of work. I think even with the mod, we're not going to see a ton of like excitement over the job. It's yet another of the rabbit hole type careers. So just generally kind of a thing that's happening behind or in the background. We have about 3 days of in-game time before both of her pets age up, a bit longer than I was expecting. So I'm hoping by the time we come back that they will have reached adulthood and we can take a look at them as well. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and keep on being perfectly you.